Well, I remember the day that you were at my house and I was crying and I said, I don't know if my mom's gonna make it. She had COVID, but she did. And then she turned 82 on November 21st and she died when she was 7. But when I saw her right before her birthday, she just looked so sad. And I couldn't even talk about any of to her because she was so sad. And I could feel it. I could literally feel her. Like, physically like I was her, but I wasn't her. Apparently I get it from her and my grandmother, but being like that. You pick up this feeling, emotions. Hey, I saw my mom and I just started sobbing. And my sister was like, what's wrong? And I said, she's so sad and I can't stand this. And I sat down and I talked to God that day and I said, she needs to go because I can't watch this. I can't. I don't want anything bad to happen to her, but thank you that she is not broken a hip or she is not sick. Let her go while she's still like fairly healthy, physically healthy. And then her birthday was that Saturday, and we did a birthday thing. We took a cake up there, and she smiled. She didn't say a whole lot. She couldn't only find a word. She couldn't breathe. And then she was in the hospital on Monday. And Tuesday they called me and said, you need to come make decisions because she's not going to make it. What? And then I went and saw her and she was like, she came to life. She came back to life for like 2.5 days. Dad, she looked like she was dead when I got to the hospital. Like, she was like nothing. And then I saw her and I touched her and I cried. I was like, Mom, oh my God. And I hugged her. She was all bruised and she was so frail. And then it was like she came back to life. And I was like,
just like my vivid memories, you have to understand, God blesses you with some things that you really don't expect.
right.
And the biggest thing is, you may not have had a memory pop into your mind for 6 months, but all of a sudden something pops.
Right.
You just never know. And it's no different than when I walked in here and I thought, why am I getting this way? And I realized that I was having thoughts that were becoming very vivid about little things that you and I have talked about recently. And it's like, it's amazing. Why did that come into my mind? And then your mother's face popped in. It's really a blessing that I can't explain because I've never had it before. I've seen your mother when you did leave, when she was in time, and I still thought, man, how in the world did that vividly pop into my mind?
She wanted it to.
And it's
But my point is, God gave us those 3 days together. She was totally fine. Talking. I took her to McDonald's. She drank my entire Dr. Pepper. I was like, Mom, I didn't know you like Dr. Pepper. Oh, that's really good. She ate a freaking Big Mac and fries. She was so freaking happy. And then, bam, the next day. That was it. She's like ready to go. But I was so grateful because I knew she was going to die at that point. I knew. But I was so grateful that we had those 3 days be there with her. But I got to talk to her. We watched The Masked Singer together. We laughed. She made some comment about there was somebody behind me. She said she saw somebody behind me, and I was like, who? She didn't know who. I think it was her first husband. I don't know. And I kept asking her, are you scared? I was curious. She's like, no, I'm not scared. And I'm like, okay. Does she know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know if she knew. I know, we had those days together, and I was so grateful. So I had mentally prepared that it was time for her to go.
And that is an extremely large embellishment of a perfect day. That is exactly what it is. It's an embellishment of a perfect day. Because you got to absorb all of the good parts, and unfortunately, your sister didn't get.
But she at least got to see her. But the other thing is, while she was laying there, I felt like she wouldn't go. And I literally felt like she was literally saying go, so that I could go. And I didn't know how to tell my sister, because my sister knows I'm very spiritual and whatever, but I'm like, how am I going to tell her that I don't think Mom wants us here? She's not going to go while we're here. It was almost like she was fighting it. Like, they gave her the morphine, and she was just sleeping, and it was almost like she was fighting it, like, I can't go yet, my kids are still here. She would not leave while we were going. I'm grateful because I don't know if I'm going to do more that in my last memory. But I didn't know how to move my sister. But Uncle Jerry's the first person to come through. And I started to cry. Because when someone's near, like I'm getting chills right now, like when someone is around, I get chills in my body. I can just feel it, like they're there. And when she said, I have an uncle, and I think she said Jay, and I don't know, she said a couple names, and I said, oh my God, I'm the exact thing. I was like, Jerry, and I got chills in my whole body, and I just welled up with tears, and I was like, oh my God. And the first thing out of his mouth was, watch on your dad. The first thing out of his mouth. This was just on Tuesday, right before I came here. And I was here on Wednesday. And I feel grateful that God allows me to have those connections with those people still. And that's why I was asking you how you feel about life after. Like, apparently they're having a ball together. They're all hanging out. They're hanging out with Lisa. And they're all just like living a good life. Worrying about Fred. What? Are you so emotional? What?
Happy to be in this
Moment?
mellow time zone. It's amazing. Really. The melancholy thing that floated in about an hour and a half. No melancholy. But I had the chuckles of having to, to actually have the thoughts that occurred to me. And the vivid looking at the weather. I mean, they were just.
There's a sense of calmness.
It's a real, because I have.
So that's her forgiving you. She's forgiving you. She's forgiving you. That just came to me. She's forgiving me. That's your peace. I mean, everything right now.